So here we are on the hill outside of Grace Congregational Church. Behind me we have 3 crosses. On the other side, as I'm looking toward you, I can see the cupola from Grace Congregational Church. We have 3 crosses. Our faith tells us that Jesus was crucified on the middle cross, and 2 criminals were crucified at the very same time. So there are 3 crosses here. So the question, how did these crosses come to be? Well, years ago, a person by the name of Rick Hoyer came to me and said, I would like to make for you a cross that you can put somewhere on the property outside of Grace Congregational Church. Well, Rick and I talked for a bit, and then another thought came to mind. Whenever we take the youth to the Appalachian Mountains, we see all kinds of small churches in the Appalachian Mountains, and often outside of churches we see 3 crosses. So talking to Rick, I said, is it possible that we could have not 1 but 3 crosses? He said, absolutely. So one year during Vacation Bible School, this very week that we're talking about now, Vacation Bible School, Rick and a couple volunteers put up the 3 crosses. The story goes that Jesus was an innocent person, but there were 2 criminals who were put to death with him. Now, one of the criminals bullied Jesus. One of the criminals made fun of Jesus. One of the criminals said hurtful things to Jesus. The other criminal said to Jesus, remember me when you come into your kingdom. And Jesus said, today you will be with me in paradise. We have 3 crosses. The center one is where Jesus was crucified, or symbolized his crucifixion. And to his right and to his left are the criminals who were crucified with him. So here are 2 questions for you to be thinking about. The first thing that we know from that story is that when Jesus was being crucified, his mother was there and watched this happen. What do you think? That must have been very, very difficult, don't you think? That would be so hard to see someone you love being put to death. What do you think Jesus' mother felt as she saw this happening to her son? The second thing, the cross, we're told, is a sign of how much God loves us. God forgives us. God's grace is abounding. So I've been thinking about the ways you and I are loved. We are loved by parents. We are loved by grandparents. We are loved by our friends. But the greatest amount of love you will ever receive is the love that you receive from Jesus and God. God, Jesus, is the Good Shepherd and cares for you and me very, very much.